From mental overload to clear focus, the GTD philosophy. Many people wake up every morning with the same heavy feeling, a long list of things to do, a constant sense that time is never enough, and an unclear picture of what truly deserves attention. Even before starting the day, the mind feels tired. David Allen begins Getting Things Done by explaining that this mental pressure is not caused by the amount of work itself, but by the way we manage that work inside our minds. The human brain, he says, is not designed to be a storage space for reminders, tasks, and responsibilities. Its real strength lies in thinking, creating, analyzing, and making decisions. Yet most of us use our minds as cluttered notebooks. We try to remember unfinished tasks, promised calls, future plans, and small responsibilities. These mentally stored tasks become what Allen calls open loops. They never feel complete, and because of that, they keep returning to our attention again and again. Even when we are resting, watching a movie, or spending time with family, these open loops quietly consume our mental energy in the background. This is why many people feel stressed even when they are not actively working. Allen explains that the mind reacts to vague commitments as a form of threat. When a task is unclear, undefined, or postponed without structure, the brain holds on to it as something unresolved. Over time, this creates mental noise. The more open loops we carry, the more scattered our focus becomes. Instead of concentrating deeply on one thing, our attention jumps constantly between worries, reminders, and unfinished business. This is where the core philosophy of the GTD system appears. The solution is surprisingly simple, yet extremely powerful. Stop using your mind as a storage tool. Instead, transfer everything that has your attention into a reliable external system. When your brain no longer needs to remember what you must do, it can finally return to what it does best, thinking clearly and focusing deeply on the present moment. David Allen also challenges the common idea of productivity. Productivity is not about speed. It is not about finishing the maximum number of tasks in the shortest possible time. True productivity, he says, is about clarity. When you clearly know what needs to be done now, what can be done later, and what is not necessary at all, your decisions become lighter and your actions become smoother. Most stress does not come from work itself, but from not knowing what the next step should be. When a task has no clear next action, it remains stuck in the mind as pressure. But when that same task is defined into a simple, visible, physical action, it loses its emotional weight. It becomes manageable. This is one of the most important ideas in the entire GTD system. Allen also introduces the structure of the system, 5 connected steps that work together to create mental clarity and practical control. These steps are capture, clarify, organize, engage, and reflect. Each step plays a critical role in transforming overwhelm into calm, focused action. This first episode is not about tools or techniques yet. It is about understanding the problem at its root and seeing that our stress often comes from inside our thinking, not from the world around us. Over time, when the mind is free from constant internal reminders, something powerful happens. Concentration deepens, decisions become easier, and daily life feels lighter. This is the true promise of GTD, not just greater productivity, but a life guided by clarity instead of pressure. In this first episode, we discovered that mental overload does not come from too much work, but from storing unfinished tasks inside the mind. Open loops drain our energy, create stress, and destroy focus. By moving tasks into an external system and working with clear next actions, we begin the journey from chaos to calm. GTD starts with one simple truth: a clear mind creates a powerful life. If this way of thinking spoke to you, feel free to support this journey by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Your support truly helps this content reach more people who need clarity in their daily lives. In the next episode, we will take the first practical step of the GTD method, how to get everything out of your head and into a trusted system, the powerful step called capture.